Who do you think is the most underrated ever England player?
Ever England player? I'm going to say no. We were just celebrating, me and my friends, my family, we were just jumping up and down, especially him being an Arsenal boy, it means a lot.
Next England player to win the Ballon d'Or?
Oh yeah. Jealous. But he's a good mate of mine, but I'm coming as well.
James McAtee.
CJ, you know, I assume Cole Palmer relatively well from your time playing together at Man City. He scored quite an important goal for England last summer. Didn't turn out to be the goal that brought the Euros home. What was it like seeing an old teammate of yours score on that stage, and where did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it in Manchester, so there was a lot of Cole fans there already, you know, as he's obviously a local lad, and for me I was just over the moon for him, buzzing for him, because I known him since I was this big, probably 5-6 years old, and we've shared many memories together. So to see him doing so well and now doing it on a world stage and a European stage is phenomenal, and it just shows what's possible from if you work hard and believe in yourself, and that's what he's done. So yeah, I'm proud of him and always wish him the best.
Earlier in the tournament against Switzerland, we saw a defender in Trent Alexander-Arnold score the decisive penalty. Would you be happy to step up on a shootout either this summer in the under-21 Euros or in the men's senior team in the future?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's one of them things that eventually, someone's going to have to take the penalty that wins it or loses it. So in football, if it came to it, there's obviously, you have to be smart as well at the same time, because there is players that are better at pens, but I'd always put my name forward, yeah.
You've been part of the best Championship defence of all time, and you've been a massive part of that. You're winning the EFL Young Player of the Month last month. James Trafford been a big part of that as well, and he's got caught up to the men's senior squad. Does that give you belief that if you keep doing what you're doing, you can get there as well?
Yeah, no, for sure. Obviously, that's the goal for, I think, everyone here. Of course, 21s is great, and it's a great level. There's some fantastic players here, but the seniors is obviously where everyone wants to be and where everyone wants to go. So to see players in and around our age and who we're all familiar with in the seniors now and getting pushed, I think everyone should take that as motivation, and that there's definitely a chance that everyone here could do that sometime soon.
First or favourite England shirt?
The 2010 World Cup one.
Who's on the back?
Rooney, I think.
Yeah, me too. Most underrated England player?
What? That's in the now?
Or in the past?
In the past, underrated. Michael Carrick.
First major tournament you can remember?
2010 World Cup.
Next England player to win the Ballon d'Or? You can't say yourself.
I don't think I could give you one.
Okay.
I don't think I could give you one. I think there's probably Jude's got a good chance, maybe in the future. Cole, Harry Kane. Yeah. Obviously, there's so many more. You never know. So many great players. Yeah.
England teammate you'd want to be your karaoke partner?
James McAtee.
Favourite ever England player?
Favourite ever England player.
You can't say James McAtee.
Rooney.
Top man. Yeah. Thank you, mate. Cheers. Thank you. Cheers. Thanks a lot. Sammy, you spent quite a lot of your career in Italy. You'd moved out there just before the Euro 2020 final. Yeah. Did you watch that in England, or did you watch that in Italy?
I watched it in England. I was at the pub with my mates.
And going back out to Italy after that, were they all saying it's coming Rome and all that to you?
Yeah, to be fair, they was giving me a bit of stick at that time.
You've said in the past that you're an Arsenal fan. I guess given it's, in terms of profile of player as well, Bukayo Saka is probably a player that you appreciate and enjoy watching. Yeah. What was it like in the summer seeing his goal? It's a crucial goal against Switzerland. Yeah,
no, it was important. We were just celebrating, me and my friends, my family, we were just jumping up and down, especially him being an Arsenal boy, it means a lot.
Where did you watch it?
Just at home with my friends.
Nice. Yeah. And those moments, as you say, obviously a big England fan yourself, how much does that play into your own ambitions and hopes to be an England senior player in the future?
100%. You always see the pathway, you see the boys that have trained with us and now they're in the senior squad. You just come into every camp thinking, keep knocking on that door, you go back to your clubs and you just keep on knocking on that door.
You've played in every single England age group up to the men's senior team. How ambitious are you to make that step up to the senior team in the future?
100%. It's something that I'm always thinking about. It's something that when I go back to my club, I'm thinking about my performances, make sure that I'm doing well enough to compete and get into that squad.
Currently playing left back for Borough, you've shown real versatility of your career so far. Given you look at the age of Lewis Skelly, who's been called up to the senior team in that position, is that a role that you see your future being?
Yeah, 100%. I think I can comfortably play there. I'm always open. I think football's not necessarily a position anymore. It's all about the ability and just being a good footballer.
What was your first England shirt?
I think it was under 15s, my debut against Japan. I have a picture of it in my head, but I know it was the white kit, the typical white kit.
How did you play?
I actually played left back at that time. yeah. I played good. I think we lost that game, but good game.
And who, in your opinion, is the most underrated ever England player?
See, but that's the thing with underrated. I think everyone's rated, but just everyone has different opinions. For me, I think underrated, maybe Steven Gerrard.
Wow, you must rate him highly. And what's the first major tournament that you can remember?
2010 World Cup, properly, yeah.
Who do you think will be the next England player to win the Ballon d'Or? And you can say yourself.
I'm going to go for Jude Bellingham first. He's a good mate of mine, but I'm coming as well.
If he's a good mate of yours, how inspirational is it to have a mate who's obviously doing what he's doing at the highest level at the moment?
100%. It just goes to show that it can be done if you show the right mentality.
Which England teammate would you want to be your karaoke partner?
Jaden Fergie.
What would you sing?
I'm not too sure, but we'd have a good time. We'd have a good laugh.
And finally, who's your favourite ever England player?
Wayne Rooney.
Brilliant. Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, mate. Cheers. Thanks a lot. Liam, you know Cole Palmer pretty well from your time at Man City. You played together a lot before. What was it like seeing him score what looked like it was going to be a pretty important goal for England in the Euros final last summer?
Yeah, and that was incredible. Obviously, the whole nation goes crazy when we're in a major tournament or we're playing, and I think probably watching him, we all have that belief that he can do it because he's shown that he's got the quality, and it was an incredible finish, and it was a great feeling, not just for us but for everyone in the nation.
Where were you watching it?
I think, if I remember correctly, I think we were on holiday.
Nice.
Yeah, Portugal maybe.
I'm going to Portugal on Saturday.
Oh yeah. Jealous.
Last summer as well, seeing the impact that Ivan Toney and Ollie Watkins had on the tournament. Watkins scoring probably one of the most famous goals that an England player will score, and Ivan Toney, of course, coming off the bench against Slovakia and having a big impact. What kind of belief has that given you that you can, step up relatively soon to the men's senior team?
No, I think obviously the importance of the squad in a major tournament, because you play so many games and they come round so quick, it's so important that everyone's ready, and because everyone probably will get their opportunity, so it's always a big belief, whether you go in as first choice, third choice, fourth choice, you always go in there with the thought process that you're going to get an opportunity, and you're going to have the belief that you're going to take the opportunity when you do.
Yeah, you had a big impact in the under-19s final with the third goal against Israel, where they had the shot parried and then was turned home. That taste of winning a major tournament, has that given you excitement for this summer's under-21 Euros and beyond?
Yeah, 100%. It was an incredible feeling for all of us. It was a long few weeks, and we always had the belief that we could do it, and to actually do it, it was an incredible feeling. So the feeling that we got from that, we know we want to get that again this summer. So it's going to be even more important that we do even better and try and get that again.
And you're part of the under-20 side that lost, obviously, to Italy. You came off the bench late in that game again. Does the hurt and going through the experiences of frustration also give you a bit of impetus going into major tournaments?
Yeah, I think it's a horrible feeling. Everyone that goes to the tournament wants to win, and you don't want to get knocked out. And I think the way we got knocked out and the whole situation around it was a horrible feeling, and don't want to feel that again.
You trained with the senior team yesterday. How was that experience?
No, it was really good. Obviously, the quality over there, and some other players are people that we look up to, and to go and watch them and train with them, it's an incredible experience.
What was your first England shirt?
White one, I don't know.
Who would you have had on the back?
Probably Rooney.
Yeah. Who do you think is the most underrated ever England player?
Ever England player? I'm going to say Calvin Phillips.
Nice. Who do you reckon will be the next England player to win the Ballon d'Or?
Jude.
Which England teammate would you choose to be your karaoke partner?
James McAtee.
Who's your favourite ever England player?
Probably Rooney.
Nice one. Cheers, mate. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Liam.
No
Cheers,
worries,
mate. Thanks a lot. Speak soon.